And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So they get the completion, that's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, it gets the juices flowing and they get right into the game.
Dumps it off to Fournette. Right through it.
Boom, bam, biff.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. One. Check. One.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Kroft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Gun!
Well, maybe a free play for Simeon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Gone! 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 Gone!
They are going to go. It's Simeon. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down throw for Mariota. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Mariota. Steps away to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Marcus Mariota. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Simeon. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Just beating the play clock, Simeon. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. Indeed going for it. Simeon throwing middle, and it's complete. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Simeon will bring him up first and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Looking right, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Monkey-56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Now let's go. 319. 319.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Who that? Who that?
A shotgun snap for Simeon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Raiders have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Now let's go. 319.
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Simeon's going to keep it, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Simeon. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Simeon will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the 50, it's Simeon. Lets it fly for Thielen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Following the interception here, Mariota. This one caught by Crowder. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Mariota now to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've reached halftime with a visit. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy, and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Bunch, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot. 59.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Simeon on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Check. He's moving.
Gun.
2nd and 10, Simeon again. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Simeon now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Leopard. Watch him now, Barney.
Take 4.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, here's Simeon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Long. in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Simeon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Simeon. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Simeon. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
And they'll run it here. And a broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around at 42.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Lucky 56.
Now it's Simeon. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Gun, gun.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. He's going to go for a big play, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. Down to the 25. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a handoff working right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the 2nd half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Simeon now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Simeon. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Simeon. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And now out comes Minnesota. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a two-score lead. Barely, but it's a two-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing here, Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check.
Here's Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.